Arvoyarns.
But anyway, so, hey everybody, welcome to Arvoyarns. This week we've got Dave Bloovman. Dave's a great buddy of mine, my neighbor, owner of a composting company in Philadelphia with his wife Michele, and he's a great guy. We're happy to have him on.
Thanks, Pete. Happy to be here. Thanks, Matt.
Welcome.
So anyway, before this we were talking about special features discs. Remember back in the day, all the DVDs, or at least the really good ones that you'd buy, would have the double disc or more of the special features. We were specifically talking about Lord of the Rings and how there was just like hours and hours of content. I was thinking back to my days in New Zealand. I went to school for a semester at a polytechnic university for product design while I was working in New Zealand, and one of the women that was in my course was reskilling herself as a product designer. In a previous life, she was a high-end professional movie makeup artist, and so obviously came up Lord of the Rings. And she had like stories on like every single person and stuff. She worked full time, $3,000 a week.
Wow.
For 3 years. She booked out in the beginning for 3 years.
I wonder when you walk around New Zealand, what's the chance if you ask a random person, like, did you work on Lord of the Rings?
It's one degree of separation for people that know people that have, at the very least. I mean, they were talking about how it for literally years, it changed the whole dynamic of New Zealand in terms of the commerce that a lot of the places in New Zealand would get. I mean, there would just be bars that these movie stars would visit like every week because they just happened to be in town filming and stuff like that, and all of the extra employment. And it was, it really helped New Zealand a lot. And the interesting thing is that ultimately, like a lot of times you see with like projects like that, similar to like the Olympics where you build a lot of infrastructure because you have to, but then where does it go afterwards? Mm-hmm. Well, they were pretty savvy in that it became a sort of self-sustaining system in a lot of ways, where it was sort of initially because of Lord of the Rings, but then the communities ended up galvanizing around the things that they had built and stuff, and a lot of stuff.
I mean, I remember reading
like
about
Hobbiton.
The effect of like The Wire, a TV show, like on the economy of Baltimore. The show itself like practically jump started it. I mean, it's like a whole tiny country that you're running.
I loved that show.
Arvoyarns.